Hi, my name is Elise Fulham, and let's pull this up real quick. And these are my final reflections by Elise Fulham, or Elise Kiana, future, hopefully, family nurse practitioner. I did make these slides, but I didn't, figure out what I wanted to say because I kind of wanted to kind of go off cuff and kind of come up with true organic reactions. So here we go. First part is, do I see myself more clearly practicing as an APRN? Absolutely not. I have an idea of how it's going to be, and this class was actually really beneficial because I feel like it was the kind of how to do walk the walk and how to talk the talk as an APRN, which I feel like it's very, very crucial. We need to know almost like etiquette of APRNs because we functioned as RNs for so long that it's good to know kind of the that other side because we are going to be interacting with physicians and you know, um, just other professions that have, advanced degrees. And it's very important that we kind of bring ourselves up to that level so that we can be not only respected, but, taken seriously. And so, do I see myself more clearly as an APRN? Yes and no. Um, I, uh, I definitely think this class is beneficial for getting me there, but I think all in good time. By next year, definitely I will. But as of right now, sure. What am I looking forward to? It sounds cheesy, but I really, really am looking forward to helping people. I have always wanted to help people. Since I was a little girl, I was a people pleaser. As I grew up, I wanted to, I don't know, just join all kinds of groups and help people and, make sure people were happy and, loved and comfortable and taken care of. That's what I'm looking forward to as an APR, and not only because I can diagnose and assess and diagnose and treat, but I feel like I want those different connections. Like I want people to come to me in a clinic and me be very familiar with them because I am from a more rural area. I live in Hawaii, and I feel that with the community being so small, I will be able to make those connections. I will be able to, have somebody, Mr. Smith come in and say, hey, I'm having this problem. And me kind of in my head say, okay, well, I remember that Mr. Smith has XYZ. Let me take a look at the records and verify that. Okay, well, we did this, this, and that last time. Let's try this, this, and that. And kind of, maintain a rapport so that I can just make a difference in my community. And I think that's just what I'm looking forward to the most, making a difference and, really treating people and uh, just making a difference and being a good resource in my community. What aspects of practicing as an APRN excite me? Like I said, just getting to be a resource for people. My husband and I were talking about what I wanted my dream job to be because of our last discussion question. And I said, honestly, I would love, 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 love to work for a nonprofit that takes care of women, provides international outreach by means of getting mission groups to go out and give a Gardasil vaccine because one of my passions with my nursing career and kind of hoping what I can do in the future is cervical cancer. I have a huge passion for cervical cancer and Gardasil prevention, pap smears, colposcopies, ASCCP guidelines and things like that. That's one of my passions. I used to work as a case manager for a couple of doctors, oncologists, and I grew to love that patient population. And I feel like women don't have to get cervical cancer. I mean, it's, Gardasil has come so far that in places like Australia, where it's mandatory for, little girls to get it in the age of, oh, I forgot what age, but basically grade seven, they're not really seeing cervical cancer very often anymore. It's rare. So that's one of my passions. But I would love to start a nonprofit where we could, offer free pap smears to people who can't afford insurance, things like that. Have a international outreach and send Gardasil out to places like Micronesia where cervical cancer kills many, many, many women. Um, and then also do sane nursing and sexual assault counseling, sane nurse kits, sane nursing and sexual assault kits, unfortunately, are just so under collected and also under resulted in a lot of places. And if I could just, help with a nonprofit or even start a nonprofit that could, have a division that helps get some of those kits up to par so that they can be used for prosecution purposes, things like that, I think that would be wonderful. So I think that's what it's another bit that excites me is just the possibilities of me taking my career to places where I can really make a difference and the parts of myself that I want to that I'm passionate about. What aspect terrifies me? Oh gosh, definitely the prescription aspect. Um, Pharmacology is a very powerful thing, and I hope that I'm not putting it up on a pedestal, but I feel like the power to prescribe medications is massive and it's huge. It terrifies me. I just don't want to prescribe something to somebody and it just, something happened that would kill me because I don't want to hurt anybody. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna have to struggle through and kind of shake it off and say, okay, this is, I've done my research. I know what I can give and what I can't give. I've talked to this person, that person, gotten their, expertise, and here's my prescription, and here you go. And I'm just gonna have to, kind of gut up and just be okay with writing prescriptions because at this point, it does scare me. I'm not gonna lie, it does scare me. Am I ready? Heck no. Like I said, I am not ready at this point. I will be ready. Hopefully, when we get through our advanced theory, primary care of children, and then episodic conditions in primary care, and then primary care of women, and then chronic conditions in primary care, and things like that, I will feel a lot better about where I stand as an APRN. Once I get a job, it's like any other new job. I'm going to be terrified at first, but it was the same way when I became a registered nurse after I got my bachelor's. You go to work, you cry a little sometimes in the shower before you show up, and then you just take it one day at a time. You learn, you grow, you're going to have your bad days, you're going to have your great days. I used to have days where I'd come home in tears, you know, just feeling sick to the point where when I woke up that afternoon ready to go for my night shift, I was like, "Okay, am I too sick to go in? Can I stay home? Can I call in sick?" Because I just didn't wanna do it again. It terrified me. But then there were some days when I go home and my internal soundtrack is blaring some awesome song because I just had an awesome shift where everything went right, I was on point, but that's life. You're gonna have ups and downs, and I am fully aware that that's what being an APRN is gonna be like that. Like, I'm gonna have my ups and downs, and that's okay. So am I ready right now? No. Will I be ready? Absolutely. So thank you very, very, very much, Dr. Jackson. I can honestly say this class has been one of my favorites. No joke. We took a health theory and policy class. This class and that class are tied for my favorites so far. I feel like I learned a lot. I feel like it's been great. And I just want to thank you very, very much for your time. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your spring break. And you are my clinical contact for my clinicals. So I guess see you in a couple weeks. And I look forward to working with you this summer. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.